Happy New Year, everybody! New Year, same old dud party favors. Anywho, sorry I've been gone so long. It's been a bit of a trek to take care of some personal business, but I'm back. I'm back. You know, and included in that personal business was to take care of some New Year's resolutions. One of them being to find day trader. Why? Because I'm getting tired of being swindled by swindle. That's just the truth of it all, ladies and gentlemen. And plus, I could probably get better deals with day trader than I ever would with swindle. Yeah, I know, Revolticon hanging out with an Autobot. Whoop-de-doo. Make a big deal out of it. Anyway, I just figured, why not get my money's worth this time, you know what I mean? Hey, it's better than not getting my money's worth. Anywho, it's time for a little bit of Haulsanity. Cue the intro. Run through my veins, cure this disease, control my senses, do as you please. Separate my soul, release. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm V-Revolticon, and welcome to the first ever Haulsanity. Yes, Haulsanity, where I gather up a haul and the insanity ensues. Just depends on who I invite to the party, you know? Anywho, just a few notes before we get too far into this. One, if you hear some background noise, there's some work being done by Constructicons, possibly. And I'm sorry about that. Can't help it, right? When you have a secret base! Two! Well, actually, the next two notes are about Haulsanity. Number one, Haulsanity is not necessarily an offshoot, but an evolution of the haul videos. The only difference is there's some minor tweaks about it that I made, little minor changes that I made to it, be it the title and other things. Now, before anyone worries, I want to just clear something up. Going forward, the haul videos will be under the Haulsanity name. I just want to put that out there, make sure everybody was, up to date. Also, the haul videos up until the last one for, I believe it was my birthday haul, those will be on its own separate playlist. They will remain as they are. So they will stay and remain. You can watch them. They won't be deleted. Nothing. Again, though, going forward, Haulsanity will be the haul segment, if you will. I'll still refer to stuff as a haul. Just won't be a haul video, I guess, if you will. But that's besides the point. Secondly, as far as the Haulsanity goes, with those changes came some changes to the haul box. The haul box is no longer the haul box. It is now the box of Haulsanity. The box of Haulsanity. Yeah. With changing times comes changes all around, right? Anywho, the one thing that hasn't changed is that I'm going to go from the smallest to the largest, leaving the best, or the largest, until last, as per usual. Or per usual, however you want to go with it. I know I have some people who get on me about that. But anyway, so with that being said, let's jump into it, shall we? Let's. So, the first figure in this haul is one I'm not terribly impressed with, I have to say, because while it is a Legion figure, and I understand that part of it, it's another one of this character, and there's 100 figures of this one alone in different various sizes and form, shape, what have you. And it's just, again, and the collector in me got it because of that. I'm a collector. It's what I do. But the paint job on this is just, ugh. But I picked it up. I'm going to give it a good home. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first figure in this haul is Transformers: The Last Knight, Legion Class, Bumblebee. Yes, Bumblebee. Bumblebee Tuna. What can I say about this? This Bumblebee is what it is. It's a Bumblebee. There's not really much to say about it. I wish they, and there's some good Bumblebee figures. Don't get me wrong, but this one, just look at the mode, the vehicle mode on that, and tell me you don't think they didn't just throw a figure out there for just the sake of throwing a figure out there. But yeah, I mean, this could have been a better figure. I mean, yeah, there's some paint on here. There's the Autobot symbol and everything. I just feel like they didn't even try with this. And for that, it's just another one in my collection. It's not the worst figure ever, because there are figures way worse than this. But all in all, I just can't get behind this. I honestly, this is one of those very few figures that I get just for the sake of having it in my collection because I'm a collector. Not everyone could be a trophy, you know what I mean? Again, and I'm not trying to say it's the worst ever. Again, I'm making that very clear. It's just not one I'm necessarily proud of. But with that being said, there you have Transformers: The Last Knight, Legion Class, Bumblebee. Alright, so on to the next figure in this haul. This is also a Legion Class from Last Night, and it is also a repaint. It itself is a repaint. But, yeah. It's a repaint of a Prime figure, Smokescreen, and I do have the deluxe version of this guy. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the next figure in this haul is Transformers: The Last Knight, Legion Class, Barricade. Yeah, Barricade. Now here's where I have my main issue. This is my only real issue with this, by the way. Is that Barricade got, I would assume, an original mold for his deluxe version. And for some odd reason, when we got the Legion here, he didn't get his own mold. I don't understand that. Because usually when you have a new look to some Transformer in the movies, 9 times out of 10, they get a new mold for most of their figures. This one, like, again, I'm not knocking it. I like the Smokescreen mold. I never owned the original other than a deluxe Beast Hunters one. So the Legion one is pretty cool. I just don't understand why we couldn't get a new mold for that. Again, small, little nitpicky thing, but otherwise I look past it. But again, I'm just glad I have both versions of Barricade that are actually available to me. And, I would have gotten the Battle Tech or whatever it is, the one with the All-Spark Tech or whatever it is. But I can't justify that right now. But I did get this guy. He was cheap. He was about, I think he was on sale a little bit too. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Don't quote me. But I did get him for like $5-6, so I'm happy with it. Not a bad figure for the most part. I'll just have to see what happens when I get him out of the package. So, that being said, there you have Transformers: The Last Knight, Legion Class, Barricade. Alright, So, on to the next figure in this haul. You know, it's very funny that I mention Bumblebee in this haul. I got Bumblebee in this haul, because what I have in my hand is a repaint of the Titans Return Bumblebee, or he's a repaint of this guy. I don't remember. But I know they're two of the same mold. They're repainted for one another. And, you know, I have my little nitpicks with this one too, but I'm going to leave those aside. But it is a neat little figure. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next figure in this haul is Transformers Titans Return Legends Class Roadburn. Yeah, Roadburn. Now, I want someone to answer this question. How do you get a name like Roadburn? Is it necessarily the speed, or did someone eat pavement, basically, or road, falling out of a vehicle, and they scraped their knee and got like a burn on their leg or something? I don't know. I seriously want someone to answer that. Well, how that would occur. You get the name Roadburn. But anyway, it's not a bad figure. Again, I have my little nitpicks about it, but they're not really worthy of being brought up quite yet. I'll do that when I actually take a look at this figure. As I mentioned before, he is the same mold as the Bumblebee figure, but as far as I recall, he is not remolded in any way other than maybe the head. Otherwise, the body is pretty much intact, and everything's there. Again, little issues here and there, but for another time. Again, it's a neat little figure. Again, I wanted it because it was there. I don't have one of this name of Roadburn. I don't know if he was called something else in the past, but oh well. And so I decided to pick him up, and I'm glad I did. He's a neat little figure. So with that said, there you have Transformers Titans Return Legends Class Roadburn. Okay, so we're down to two more figures in this haul. Now these next two, I should say two more items, because there's two figures in this one here, and you get it. Anyway, the next two figures in this haul are a set, and they are from the RID 2015 Combiner Force Crash Combiners. Now, normally you would think that I wouldn't go for these, but with a limited selection, sometimes V makes a really weird choice, and I went for some Crash Combiners. Again, I'm not usually one to pick up these sort of figures, but they looked interesting and they were cheap, and I said, why not, right? Why not? So, there you go. But, yeah. So, with that said, let's just show you what it is, because the next two figures in this haul are Transformers Robots in Disguise 2015 Combiner Force Crash Combiners Dragstip and Wild Break. Yeah, so Dragstip, Strip, and Wild Break. Wow, try saying that 5 times fast. You know, I really do. I like them for what they are. They're not the greatest figures. I will say that they're a lot better combiners than the Bumblebee one we got and the Menasor. I will say that also that Menasor is way worse than the Combiner Wars version. I would take the Combiner Wars version head over heels over that Menasor, and I would surely take this over that. Because at least the robot mode, I don't know if you can kind of make that out there, but it's actually pretty decent for what it's supposed to be. And I can't really complain. I wish there were more articulation in some regard, but what are you going to do? You can't have perfection There's a you can't eat you can't have your cake and eat it too, whatever the heck the saying is. But anyway, nothing in this world is perfect. Let's just go with that. And these are not the greatest figures. I understand that. Whatever. I'm not going to complain too much about them though. They're neat for what they are. You appreciate things for who they are and what they are. You know, you gotta love people for what's on the inside. Can I love something named Drag Strip and Wild Break for that though? Anyway, so there you have Transformers RID 2015, Robots in Disguise 2015, Crash Combiners, Drag Strip, and Wild Break. And on to the last figure in this haul. Now, I'm going to say this. I made fun of this little guy in the past. I've had my jokes, okay? But people were going gaga over this guy in the movies. And I couldn't help myself, you know? And so I said to myself, you know what? He's there. He's available. Why not get him? He's kind of cute. He's a little adorable. I couldn't resist. So for the last figure in this haul, that figure would be Transformers: The Last Night, Deluxe Class, Squeaks. Yeah, Squeaks. Look, I think we all know why I got him. He's cute. He's a tiny little robot, speaks in gibberish, and has a giant amount of guns. If you don't believe me, just look at the package. And look at the package. He is loaded with weapons. Now, I could have done without the rust stains all over him. Maybe 1 or 2 rust stains would have been fine, but alas, nothing in this world is perfect, and you don't get everything you want, right? But all in all, he's a cute little guy, and I can see why people are going gaga over him. I don't necessarily want to go gaga over him, but I do think he's a little adorable little guy. And I just, yeah, you know. But yeah, I think he was totally worth the purchase. Like, he's a nice figure. Again, I have to get him out of the package. And again, I have my little nitpicky issues with him. But otherwise, I really see nothing wrong with him so far. Again, have to get him out of the package, have to look at him that way, you know, doing it, I guess, you know, that way. But he, you know, again, he's totally worth the purchase. I'd say if you see him, I would pick him up just on the cute factor alone. Okay, I'm not really recommending it yet. Hold your horses. Anywho, but yeah, I'm happy I got him, in essence. But there you have Transformers: The Last Night, Deluxe Class, Squeaks. All right. So that's pretty much it for this whole entire Haulsanity video. Again, in this haul was Transformers: The Last Night, Legion Class Bumblebee, Transformers: The Last Night, Legion Class Barricade, Transformers: Titans Return, Legends Class Roadburn, Transformers: Robots in Disguise 2015, Crash Combiners, Drag Strip, and Wild Break. And finally, as you saw moments ago, Transformers: The Last Night, Deluxe Class, Squeaks. Anyway, I want to thank all you for watching this. I do appreciate it. Many thanks for that. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and share this video. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you don't, I'm going to kill you cute. It's going to kill you. Stay cute will kill you. Also, don't forget to support the YouTube community. I'm V-Revolticon, and I am out.